Hey everyone, how you doing? In today's video, we're gonna be testing out a bunch of new spring makeup. I know, a makeup video. Are you guys excited? I'm actually really excited. I was saying the other day how there's very few things that make me excited in the beauty world, you know, these days, because I feel like we're all really burnt out with the constant drop of makeup collections, and there's actually quite a few things that I'm excited to try out today. We have the Pat McGrath Bridgerton collection. We have the X Dunkin donuts. We got some Patrick Ta. So I'm really excited to try these products out today. Oh, and a new Benefit eyeliner. So we've got a lot of really fun things to try out, and I'm really excited. So let's just get right on into it. Before we get started, I want to do a little bit of some skincare prep for you guys. Also, look at my curly hair journey, okay? She's so curly today. This one piece in the front, I have to train her. She's a little wonky, okay? So don't mind her. We're just gonna tuck her back. For skincare prep, whenever I'm trying out new products, I always spray my face with the Tower 28 SOS Daily Rescue Facial Spray. Now, I feel like a broken record when I say these things, but I got diagnosed with perioral dermatitis, and as I am getting older, you guys, I'm 29, I'm gonna be 30 in December. As I am getting older, my skin is having way more reactions to things. I just had a reaction the other day. I have no idea what caused it. I didn't even wear makeup or new skincare that day. So I try to use this spray in advance to combat any type of dermatitis, eczema, rashes that want to break out, okay? I love this. If you are someone who has extremely sensitive skin, I would definitely recommend getting this. This is the travel version. They do have a big version, but this is actually all I have right now because I just went through my big version. And then we let that dry. I'm gonna go in now with the Tatcha Indigo cream. This cream is also very good for people who have sensitive skin, who have eczema, things like rosacea, things like that. This cream is like what it was made for. I know that this cream is extremely pricey, but it is worth it, you guys. Like, I cannot say enough good things about it. Whenever I have any type of a reaction going on, I always feel like I can just use the Indigo cream and it pretty much cures it. For brows, there really hasn't been any new product that's come out that I'm like dying to try, dying to use. So I'm just gonna do the brows how I would normally do them. And what I've been using lately is the Kosas Air Brow. I cannot say enough good things about this product. The shade I use is brown black, which is pretty dark, but I actually really like my eyebrows to be darker. I have to dye them soon, actually, so I like them to be darker. That's why I go in with one of the darker shades. So let's just go in, and I always start in the areas that are more sparse. So for me, that's like the arch and the tail end of my brow. So I'm just going on in and fluffing everything to the top, kind of like brow lamination, if you will. Same thing over here. I still can't believe like how far my brows have come. I mean, they used to look like strings back in the day. Like a string of yarn was my brows. And I know that this skinny brow trend is kind of coming back, and I'm just kind of like, Gen Z? Y'all don't want to fuck with that one, I'll tell ya. So I kind of just brush them up and to the side, and now what I'm gonna do is use the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. I love this product. It's so good at keeping your brow hairs in place. Like, it literally is like a glue, and it's easy to work with. Like, if you have kind of coarse, curly brow hairs like myself, this really helps. There's two sides to it. There's like a longer spiky end and a shorter spiky end. I use the longer spiky end for the beginning and then the shorter spiky end for the tail end of the brows. So I'm just gonna fluff this up and brush it out and in the way that I want it to look. Oh, I also want to make a little bit of an announcement for you guys. Our 420 merch is coming back. I'm really excited. We're gonna be launching on 420. It's gonna be great. So stay tuned. Make sure you're following me on my Instagram because that's where I'm going to be posting the most about it. So for our eyes, I'm going to be using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer as an eye primer. This is my go-to primer for my eyes, and it's also been pretty much my go-to concealer as well. I just love the formula, and you know, even though it says matte in it, like I've talked about this before, so I'm sorry to be a broken record, but it dries to like a velvety texture, and I noticed that I don't need to add a lot of powder. So that's why I really like using this, even though I have dry skin, and normally I wouldn't steer towards anything matte. But the way that this formula is just like, it's very impressive actually. I'm gonna go ahead and, oh my God, look at this. Look at this little donut. I can't, it's so cute. It's super, super cute. I mean, I just wanna, it's cute. It's really cute. But it's also the size of my face. I feel like this is more of like a novelty piece, you know? But I do really love the e.l.f. camo sponge. That is my freaking go-to. Look at how cute this Pat McGrath Bridgerton palette is. It is so cute. And the inside is super pretty. We got some really pretty colors to work with and to play with. However, we only have 2 matte shades, so I might need to dunk into another palette. So I also have the new Dominique Cosmetics The Moment palette here, where we have some more just neutral shades, because I'm not really sure what colors I want to be using. So we have these 2 palettes, and we'll start just diving on in. So for the transition shade, I'm actually gonna mix together Essential and Embrace. You guys, I also do have a discount affiliate code with Dominique Cosmetics. It's NICOL at the checkout, and I do receive a slight commission, so thank you in advance for using my code. All right, so let's go right on in and just get our transition shade rocking in the crease. I'm gonna move on over to the Bridgerton Pat McGrath palette. I'm gonna take this shade in the middle. I don't know if you guys can see, but it has like the B engraved. It's really, really cute. I'm just gonna go in and go like more directly in the socket. And this is gonna add some warmth to the eye for sure, because it is a pink shade, you know, but I actually really love pink eyeshadow. There was like a time on my channel where every look I was doing was pink. It's blending really nice actually. I haven't worn eyeshadow in such a long time. I've been doing a lot more like natural looks, and if you guys saw my vlog from New York with my engagement photo makeup that I did, I really didn't even wear eyeshadow. It was like just a little bit. I'm kind of like, how do I do this? I want to go in with this purpley shade, and I'm using a smaller brush. This is the Sigma E27. Let's get that in a little bit lower in the socket. Just kind of like that. Not doing anything too crazy here, because my style with makeup has really, really dramatically changed. And let me know like if you guys want to see, because I feel like it's also been a minute since I've sat down and actually told you guys what I like to do these days, and like comparing to how it's different from even just like last year. So if you guys are interested in a video where I like kind of do like half my face of how I used to do it and half my face of how I'm currently doing my makeup, let me know like if that would be helpful. Because I know sometimes it's kind of hard to like compare things to when I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, this is the new way of me doing my makeup. But then it's like, well, what was the old way? So now that I have this kind of like harshly in my crease, I'm gonna go back in with the original pink shade in this Bridgerton palette and start just like smoothing out that dark purple. This is a really great way to diffuse any eyeshadow that you feel like it may have gotten a little bit too dark, or even if you want to just bring in some of that original transition shade color back in. And another amazing trick is if you don't want to add more color, just use a brush that doesn't have any additional product on it, and you'll be able to buff it out really, really well. So that's pretty much what we're doing over here. And the same thing over here. You know what I also kind of like? I also am kind of liking that makeup has become a little bit more like messy when it comes to eyeshadows. I like that it's not like perfect anymore. I like that there's like graphic liners and just like fun things like that, and I like that a lot. I want to do more graphic liner looks if you guys are into them. So now I'm just going to take a wipe and clean up these edges. Prep for some liner also. This is also a really great way, like if you're ever worried about your liner being even, using shadow as a base to like guide where your wing should be is also a really good little hack. So for my actual lid, I don't know. Part of me wants to go to this gold, but then there's also this really pretty mint color in the middle. I don't know. Riley, what do you think? What should I use?
I like the mint looking color, I gotta say.
You do?
Yeah.
You a mint guy?
Minty fresh.
This color's also really pretty. Look at that. It's very glittery. The gold. The gold's a little bit much, I think, for this look.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do the mint. Riley has chosen the mint. We will do the mint. I'm gonna just go in and get my brush fully saturated, and I'm using a ColourPop E3. I also have a discount code with ColourPop if you guys are interested. This is actually a really pretty color combo with the purpley shadow we got going on here. And it's definitely not doing it justice on camera. It looks super pretty in real life. That's really pretty, actually. You're gonna get more payoff if you use your finger. I've noticed that with a lot of Pat McGrath's shadows is you get more payoff with actually using your finger. So I would definitely recommend that. This palette is really fun. I like that it's also different. You kind of have your cool tones with the blue, you have warm tones with the pink and the gold, and then there's two kind of like neutral shimmer shades. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. It's simple, you know? The cool thing about eyeshadow and makeup, I feel like everything has gone back to basics. And I also, like, as a creator, I don't feel as pressured to come up with some crazy looking eye makeup that I've never done before, because honestly, I feel like a lot of us are steering away currently from wearing lots and lots of makeup. I mean, there's definitely still people out there that wear lots of makeup. Like, there are some days where I wear a lot of makeup, but I feel like for the most part, it's kind of like back to basics with everything. And I'm here for that. I'm definitely here for that. I maybe want to add like a little, this is gonna be, oh yeah, that's black. I'm looking at the Dominique Cosmetics palette. There is a little blue moment in here, but they're shimmer shades. I was trying to see if there was any blue matte shades. So I'm actually gonna take this shade from the Dominique Cosmetics palette. It's called Elevated, and I'm pretty much just applying it to the outer corner just to give a little bit of dimension and a little bit of blending. Yeah, I really like the way that looks. And then we will just add some eyeliner. So Benefit has come out with this new liner, their Real Extreme Precision Liner. And it's a very sharp tip. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to apply it on this side. How you doing? All right, so let's see how it does. Wow, it really is precision. And it's a bristle tip, so I like that it's not felt. I used to really love felt tip liners, but not as much. That's nice. It's looking like it's matte so far. I'm keeping the line along my lash line very thin. I actually really liked that liner. As a first impressions, I feel like it looks really good. It's really sharp, and that's kind of what I look for. Just, I want to have products that are easy to use, and that was like super easy to use. So I'll definitely continue to use it and let you guys know, but first impressions, that liner is really nice. So for lashes, I'm going to be going in with Birdy Lashes. This is Yasmin's brand. I'm going to be using the shade Gemini, and I'm going to be cutting getting quite a bit off the ends. I actually have been liking doing a half lash. So I put about that much on. That much is on, and this much is how I took off, okay? And then I'm just gonna go in with my tweezers and pop this on. So there you have it. It's a really nice, comfortable lash. I really like this. So this is how we're looking. I really like the way it looks so far. It's like it's like a pop of color without being too in your face. So I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Forever HD Skin. I know in my other vlog, I tested out and used the Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. So if you guys are interested in that, go check out my vlog from New York City. Otherwise, I'm gonna use the HD Skin from Makeup Forever. I absolutely love it. I really only need 2 pumps, and I'm just gonna go in and start applying it with my finger. But I really like this foundation. Makeup Forever, like when I first started makeup, I was so obsessed with the Ultra HD stick, and I'm sure if you guys have followed me for a while, you know like how much I loved that back in the day. I just feel like Makeup Forever, they really know how to do foundations. So if you are looking for a lightweight foundation that has a little bit more coverage, I would definitely recommend the Makeup Forever. It's really good. And I know sometimes people can get a little bit skeptical when they see lots of ads on products like that. There were a decent amount of ads that I saw, but honestly, you guys, I'm not getting paid to say this. I love this foundation. I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty Setting Mist, and I'm now just gonna go in and start blending. Also, a good rule of thumb is like, if you want your foundation to be a little bit more sheer, you can go in with a moist sponge. Should I do this? This looks so funny. And I also have noticed my skin really does not like to wear as much foundation as I used to wear. It gets very angry with me, and it kind of just like cakes. I don't know, dude. I don't know. My skin really is kind of like, bitch, you cannot wear as much makeup as you used to, okay? I have a little bit left on my hand, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more coverage in areas that I like it, which usually has to do and consist with the side of my forehead where there's like a crazy vein that pops out when I get annoyed. So I usually like to cover that up. We're gonna work quickly here. For concealer, we're going in with, of course, my NARS Soft Matte Complete, and in the shade Custard. I'm just applying it, mainly focusing it right here. That's kind of where I like to put concealer these days, and around my nose, because I notice I do get a little bit red, especially like with my allergies around my nose. So lately, I have been generous with the concealer around my nose for sure. And that's pretty much it with the concealer. I let it sit for as long as I can. Sometimes I don't have time to let it sit, and that's fine. I just like to let it sit because it gives more coverage in the areas where I need it before blending out. Now we blend. I'm actually really excited to use the new well, they're not that new, but they're new for me to try. The new Patrick Ta. It's like a cream powder duo blush. So I'm excited to try that. And I haven't really used a lot of Patrick Ta products, but I always hear like the most amazing things about it. For cream bronzer, there's really not any new products that have come out that I'm like dying to test. The new one, I guess the newest one, is the Rare Beauty one. I'm just gonna quickly apply this. That way we can get right into testing out that blush, because that's really what I want. And I've been applying my bronzer actually higher up, and I don't really swipe it, because when you swipe, you almost can take off makeup. Actually, you can take off some product. So that's why I like to just kind of like tap. It looks really nice. This bronzer is so good from Rare Beauty, you guys. I can't say enough good things about it. It's awesome. So I have the shade She's a Doll from Patrick Ta. At first it was kind of hard for me to open, but now I get it. Oh, I like that. Okay, so it has a hard plastic cover that's permanently in the packaging. That way the powder doesn't get mixed in. This is a very bright shade, but I like bright shades. So we're gonna just use a little bit and just start to gradually build it up. And I've been even placing blush a little bit higher too. I just feel like it looks better for my cheeks, my bone structure. Blend out this just a little bit. My skin also, like, I don't know if any other people have this problem with blush, but my skin really eats up blush product. So that's why I add quite a lot to my face, because I know that by the time I'm walking out of my house, if I got somewhere to be, my cheeks have sucked the blush in. Okay, so that's looking pretty. Let's go on and use the powder topper. This is pigmented for sure. So we're gonna, woo, it's pigmented. Woo, it's pigmented. Wow, she said hello pigmentation. Damn, but it's nice. I love pink blushes like this. Pink blushes like this, ooh, they get me going. For bronzer, we're gonna be using the new Fenty Beauty palette. This is a eye and face palette. I also first talked about this palette in my New York City vlog, so check that out. But we're gonna be using the first shade here. I'm gonna mix it a little bit with the second shade. You guys, I am so obsessed with Fenty Beauty bronzers. I'm really actually quite excited that they made a palette like this, because you also, like I said, can use it as an eyeshadow thing. So I like that it's easy to travel with and you have options. Also, the formula is the same as the actual bronzers go, so there, you guys already know I'm obsessed with that formula. So there's not much really that I can add other than, like, I think if you're a person that's on the go, if you like neutral makeup, if you like having options for bronzers, if you're a makeup artist, I think that this is a great thing to have. I really like it. I brought it on my trip to New York. I thought it came in handy. I didn't bring any other eyeshadow palettes, just this guy, because I knew I was only going to be doing neutral looks. So yeah. For our lower lash line, I'm going to be going in with this pink shade in the Pat Bridgerton palette, and I'm just going to be swiping it on the lower lash line. Swipey, swipey, swipey. Don't forget to make your awkward faces. Now go again with this darker shade. Swiping it along. Swipey, swipey. Wait, I actually feel like the purple lower lash line looks really cool. We're gonna add the mint shade to the beginning part of our lower lash line. I want to try out this little coffee scrub from the Dunkin Donuts collab. Oh my god, it's so cute. Just to exfoliate the lips a little bit. Oh my god, it really smells and tastes like coffee. Oh my god. I wonder if there's actually coffee grounds in it. Actually tastes really good, and I don't even like coffee, and that tastes really good. All right, let's wipe that off. And for our lips, I really want to use this plumping gloss from Patrick Ta. I've really been liking not adding much to my lips, because you guys know I have them tattooed. So kind of just like a little bit of a gloss moment. And then we also have, oh my god, it's on a keychain. That's so cute. This from Dunkin, an elf. That's got a little bit more color to it. You guys, this is the finished look. I really like the way everything came out. I honestly love that Bridgerton palette. Like, if there was one thing that stuck out to me the most during this tutorial, is definitely the Bridgerton palette. I loved it. I love the colors in it. I also really liked the Benefit Extreme Precision Liner. I definitely will continue to use this. It was so easy, and it wasn't like a dry felt tip. It was really nice. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little spring, testing out new spring makeup, little spring vibes, spring. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.